You aren't lazy, you aren't unmotivated, and you definitely don't have a broken brain. So why you can't focus for more than 10 minutes? The reason you can't sit still for 10 minutes to work on your goals, but you can scroll for 2 hours without blinking, is because your brain has been hijacked. You are currently living inside a short circuit. Today, we are opening up the blueprints of your neurochemistry. I'm going to show you the exact wiring diagram of your focus. By the end of this session, you won't just understand why you're distracted. You'll have the schematic to rewire the entire system. Most people think dopamine is about pleasure. They think it's the reward you get after you eat a pizza or win a game. They're wrong. Dopamine is motivation. It's the fuel that pushes you toward the thing. It is the chemical of more. Evolution designed this circuit to be expensive. In the past, to get a dopamine hit, you had to hunt, build, or solve a difficult problem. The cost of the hit was high. We call this high-threshold dopamine. This is the natural state of a high achiever. But we've created a world of low-threshold dopamine. Your brain can now get that same fuel for zero effort. When you can get a win just by flicking your thumb across a screen, your brain's internal wiring begins to melt. Why climb the mountain when the slide is free? This is the short circuit. When you overstimulate your brain with these cheap hits, your brain does something drastic to protect itself. It lowers its sensitivity. Imagine walking into a room with a deafeningly loud siren. At first, it's painful, but after an hour, your ears tune it out to survive the noise. Your brain does the same with dopamine. It literally deletes its own receptors to avoid being overwhelmed by the constant flood of digital noise. This is why normal life, reading a book, working on your business, or even having a deep conversation, starts to feel painfully boring. It's not that the task is hard. It's that your voltage is too low to feel the spark of interest. You are in a dopamine deficit state. You are starving for stimulation in a world of plenty. You cannot think your way out of a short circuit. You have to re-engineer it. We call this the mental blueprint reset. To fix the wiring, we have to activate 3 specific circuit breakers. Breaker number 1, the friction fence. If a cheap hit is within arm's reach, you will take it. Your willpower is a finite battery. Don't waste it fighting your phone. You must make the slide harder to climb than the mountain. If you have to walk to another room to check your notifications, you've already won. Breaker number 2, the 10-minute buffer. When you feel that itchy, anxious urge to check your apps, tell your brain, I will do it, but in 10 minutes. This creates a gap in the circuit. It forces your prefrontal cortex, the logical architect of your brain, to take back control from the impulsive lizard brain. Breaker number 3, threshold shifting. You must intentionally seek out things that have a high cost and a slow reward. You have to learn to be bored again. Boring is the medicine that allowed your ancestors to build civilizations. This process up-regulates your receptors, making small wins feel massive again. Now, understanding the circuit is 50% of the battle. The other 50% is having the right tools to plug into your new system. My brother and I spent months documenting the exact tactics that high performers use to stay in this high voltage state without burning out. We put all 200 productivity tips into a single categorized vault. It's the owner's manual for the brain we just mapped out today. It's a shortcut designed to help you bypass the years of trial and error we went through. If you're ready to get the full schematic, you can find the link to that vault in the description below. Your focus is your life. Whoever controls your dopamine controls your future. Don't let an algorithm decide who you are going to become. Use this blueprint, rewire the circuit, and I'll see you in the next lesson.